It's your number one holy Northside 40. We are still here live. Digiwaxx, Penthouse. We outside. We got Go in the building.
What's up? What's up, 40?
How's everything? Is it Go or just Go?
No, that is a violation.
I'm sorry.
Right next to each other. G-O-G-O. But the G's got to be capitalized.
Is the G? Both G's got to be capitalized.
Both G's got to be capitalized.
Is there significance in that, or you
when I decided that was my name, that's how I liked how it looked. So now everything else drives me crazy.
Now, when you say you decided that was your name,
yeah,
how many names did you go through?
That's the only one.
Yeah,
that's the only one. Yeah, it was an accident. I was watching it was a joke actually. I was watching Kill Bill, one of my favorite movies.
Kill Bill?
Yeah, Kill Bill, the first one.
Yeah.
And there's a character in the movie named Gogo Yubari, and I was like, I'm gonna change my name on Instagram to Gogo. And then shortly after that, I decided I wanted to be an artist, and so I was like, what name should I have? And the producers at the time I was working with, they were like, Gogo, and I was like, oh yeah. So that's how I haven't.
I'm sorry, I don't want to go off the music tip, but are you a fan of Quentin Tarantino?
That's my favorite director.
That's my favorite director of all time. That's so crazy.
That's my favorite director.
Is Kill Bill your favorite out of everything he did, or?
I don't know if it's. I honestly, I feel like Django. I watched Django so many times that Django might be, but Kill Bill. If it's not Django, it would be Kill Bill. Yeah.
I think what I appreciated was Reservoir Dogs because the story behind it and how they shot it and everything.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother topic.
I'm a movie buff, so we could do another interview.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't meet a lot of people that like Quentin Tarantino. And,
I know, especially black people, because they're always thrown off by how much he uses the N-word. But I'm just like, it doesn't feel unnecessary in the art that he makes. It don't feel so unnecessary, so it don't really bother me.
I ain't never heard Quentin say it either. So.
And that's the part right there.
I ain't never heard. So how long you been doing music for?
Man, I've been doing music for literally my whole life. I started in church, and then after church it was musical theater, and then I was in a singing group with my sisters, and then I went to school for music, and then I went to college for music. So I've literally been a career musician.
Okay. When you say music theater, is that the same thing as choir in school?
No, so choir in school, I feel like that in choir we do sing musical theater songs. We did sing musical theater songs too, but musical theater is its own art. That's Broadway. That's what you see Rent and Cats and all the things that are on Broadway. It's putting acting and music and dance all together in one genre, and that's what musical theater is. And choir is I guess that could fall under classical music, which is also something I studied too.
Choir? Classical?
Choir, well, depending, you're talking about gospel choir, then that's the gospel. But there's choir. In school, I was in a choir called classical choir, and we sung a bunch of classical songs and songs from Bach and Sebastian Bach and
No, so you really musically inclined. It's not just in the hip hop era.
It's in my DNA.
I appreciate that. Because sometimes I might get into some classical music too. I can't name everybody, but I don't like to sound cliche, but everybody might say Beethoven, but I really do enjoy some of Bach's symphonies.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's something about that. Anytime somebody asks me what's my favorite song, it can never be rap. It's something that's orchestrated. I'm real big on orchestration.
Because it takes so much effort to make those, just learning about them and how harmonies and different instruments are layered and how they put them together. Music is so amazing to me. You start with nothing and then you end up with a whole masterpiece of different notes that create this one song. Yeah.
So you really had to be conditioned in a certain way, because all of those areas of singing is not the same thing.
No,
I don't
not at all
sing, so I know what it's like to sing in a choir. I've sung in a choir.
Yeah.
But musical theater, that's almost like Broadway and stuff like that. You gotta have nerves and skills.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare yourself for that and condition yourself?
I don't know that I prepared myself. I kind of just learned on the job. I've always been a person that likes to challenge myself. So when a new challenge is presented to me, I'll be like, I don't really know how to do it, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Right.
And so that's always gotten me far. Is really putting effort into everything that I try and really enjoying the challenge and not just sticking to what's comfortable for me.
So have you done Broadway shows, musicals and stuff like that?
No, but it's on my bucket list. I would when it's all said and done, I want that to be one of my last stops in my career, is to end up on Broadway.
This is my first time meeting you, but I would enjoy to see you on a Broadway.
Oh,
I feel like you got like that energy to do it. Like I've always enjoyed like Broadway shows because it's like if you mess up, that's it.
No,
like,
it's stage on theater is so different than like shooting a music video or shooting a movie. Like you can't mess up.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to fix it in real time.
So, do you have like a favorite Broadway yourself? Like
a favorite show? So yes, I do actually. Last year, 2023, but I've seen it like 5 times now. But I really, really love the Michael Jackson show. It's so good. Like if you guys haven't seen the Michael Jackson Broadway show, you got to see it. I saw it here like 3 times, and then they did one I was touring, and so I went to like 2 different stops somewhere else. It's great.
Did the person playing? I mean, we could only get one Michael, but did the person playing Michael? Did they really like encapsulate that?
No, they did. Did a really, really good job. I enjoyed the one here on Broadway more than I did when I saw it in LA. That particular Michael, because they have different casts. But there was 3 different Michaels. There's like a kid one, there's a middle-aged one, and then there's like an older one. And all 3 of them, they did a spectacular job casting Michael Jackson.
So without spoiling it, did they like include his death in there too, or did they leave that out?
They mention it, but it's not. I don't think it's like not really.
They don't want to highlight nothing.
Yeah, they don't really highlight it. It makes you feel good. You don't get like it's not a sad story at all. It's like a really positive story watching it.
So have you you never did Broadway musicals yet?
No.
So have you performed at anything else?
Yeah, I performed everywhere. I've been on tour. So my first like big professional job was I used to sing background for Lady Gaga, and then I was in Kanye's Sunday Service Choir for 2 years, and I was all sing background for Wiz Khalifa. Last year I was in Dubai on a tour singing like as the only background singer for Eminem. So
what? Yeah, I like. I like how you say all this other stuff. Like, it's just another day at the office. Like,
why? Because it's like that. That really is that's work. That's how I support how I fund my stuff. So for me, those are like amazing opportunities. I look at them as like just another learning lesson of what I should do when it's my turn. So I don't downgrade those at all. But that's part of the journey for me.
Of course. Yeah. So with all of that you just named, do you feel like you got your big break yet?
No, not at all. But my perspective on that has changed. Like I always used to like wish that I could get to a certain level, but now I'm really just starting to enjoy wherever I'm at, like, and being grateful for where I'm at right now, and just looking back at all the opportunities I have had and being grateful for them instead of like just forgetting about them and looking forward at the next thing. So my perspective is changing, and I'm just practicing gratitude more. But if I'm gonna be honest, no, I'm not. I'm not where I would love to be at. I got a ways to go.
But
yeah.
There's a lot of people that will love to just scratch what you're doing right now. But I totally get it. Like you can never stop growing. You can never stop growing. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you're there. So, out of everybody that you just named, what was your feeling like when you first got that opportunity? Like did it still feel like another day at the office, but was it at that moment like, oh shit?
Yeah, I think all of them were oh shit moments, but the most memorable oh shit moment was the Lady Gaga job, because that was the first time I even like seen that many people in one place. Like I had never even been to a concert with that many people, and to be on the stage looking at them look at me is crazy.
You said you've never been to a concert?
Like before that, I had never even been to like an arena show where I saw that many people in one place. So I've been going to concerts my whole life, but they were like at theaters and stuff, but seeing like 50,000 people in one place to see one person is a different feeling. It's a different energy.
So your first time being there, you also perform.
Yeah.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Look at God.
Yeah.
That is hard body.
Yeah.
So what's your most favorite thing about performing in settings like, or just about performing in general?
My favorite, currently where I am in my career, my favorite thing is looking at people who don't know who I am yet in the beginning, and them looking at me like, what's she about to do? Who she thinks she is? And then at the end, watching them be like, oh, I love seeing the switch. Like, yeah, niggas, I told y'all. I love, like, it's such a power in being underestimated, because when you know who you are and you know what you're capable of, it feels like a superpower to change people's thoughts and perception of you.
There's like a weird thin line of being humble and show and prove. Like, you know what I mean? And
it is.
It's a tightrope that you don't want to walk on, but sometimes you always going to show and prove.
Yeah, it's necessary. And I struggle with that for a long time. Like, I'm I'm quiet, I'm shy, but I've always known who I was. So I just always had a fear of like being boastful and saying that. And now I realize that don't get me nowhere. Like, if I know who I am, I'm only going to convince people by saying I know who I am. So it's something that I've worked on the last couple of years, and now I just feel like being humble is like, so it's whatever.
You know what's so crazy is that you say that you shy. Would you say you an introvert?
I am. I feel like I'm an introvert or extrovert. So like, I'm introvert most of the time, but I know how to turn it on when I need to.
You can't use that cheat code. Everybody says that.
I swear, that's really who I am. Like, it just depends. If around my birthday I'm extroverted, and other times, wintertime, I just love to be in my house and just be in my shell.
So at settings like this, you know what you got to be. You got to switch it on and off.
Yeah. And I still like, I sometimes be like, all right, get it together, girl. Like, but it's part of it.
So how do you have any like regimens that help you get over that while you're performing in front of like 50,000 people? Because man, that's not easy being somebody that's like extroverted. And,
You know what's weird for me? I find it more comfortable to perform in front of bigger crowds than in smaller crowds. Because in bigger crowds, I don't even have to see your face.
Right.
In smaller crowd, I'm looking at you stare at me like, and I'm just like staring back at you, and it's just, it can get weird. So for me, the bigger the crowd, the better, to be honest with you. But I don't know if there's a regimen. I just think I've trained my brain to like switch on performing mode, and so I'll black out and become that person.
But with you being in those smaller rooms and you feeling like you locking eyes with people, you never took that as a moment to make the performance more personal?
Yeah, no, for sure. I will say that's probably the one type of performance that I've been challenging lately. Like, I've been getting a lot of like more personal gigs, and I'm like, all right, I guess this is what my challenge is now, to perfect that craft and like really bringing people into my world and like talking to them. Because of my background coming from like musical theater and Lady Gaga and stuff, it's always like show lights,
Right.
Sometimes you got to be able to strip it down, and that's been my biggest challenge lately, is like doing those stripped down shows. So I love them. They're just more of a challenge for me.
So you wouldn't necessarily say you have like a specific sound. We're going from like Lady Gaga to Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Khalifa. And who else you said?
Kanye, Sunday Service. Yeah.
Listen.
Eminem.
Sunday Service alone is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You do understand that, right?
Yeah.
So, you don't have a specific sound. Is it safe to say that you a chameleon?
I think so. I mean, my sound is it's cohesive. My songs are cohesive. My project is cohesive. But I feel like the influence of all those different genres are in my vocal performance versus like the things that I talk about or the genre. It's like you can hear that I'm classically trained when I sing a certain song. You can hear that I study R&B. You can hear my hip hop influences in certain different songs. It comes out in different records.
Right.
It's a very distinct sound for me, but you can hear it in my vocal performance.
So before we get out of here, one last question. Is there a specific genre?
Get loud in here.
Is there a specific genre that you like to sing more than others?
R&B.
R&B?
Yeah, R&B. That's what I fell in love with as a kid, watching Brandy and Monica and Destiny's Child and Tamia and all of the R&B starlets, Aaliyah. That's what I fell in love with, and that's who I wanted to be when I was a kid. So R&B holds my heart.
Beautiful. Mine too. And we need a lot more. There's R&B artists out now, but I feel like we do need a bigger push for R&B because
absolutely.
You know what I mean? But they wrapping us up now. Let people know where they can find you on Instagram.
You guys can find me on all social platforms. Gogo Morrow, GOGO MORROW.
Y'all heard it here first. We here live. It's your number one holy. We still outside at Digiwaxx Fashion Week. Y'all make sure y'all tap in to the beautiful, talented Go. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, lock in, and don't miss what she got coming up next. Let's get it.